Coming up on Rick Dancer TV, we are in Cottage Grove, Oregon for the best of Cottage Grove. Yes, we picked the windiest, cruddiest, rainiest day to shoot our stories, but it doesn't matter in Cottage Grove because it's a beautiful town, and we're going to show you where to get the best cup of coffee and where the cool people hang out. Plus, we're going to show you some local food. We're going to introduce you to a story that the South Lane School District teamed up with a company out of Portland to do an energy audit, and we'll show you how much the district is saving on energy. That's next on Rick Dancer TV, the best of Cottage Grove. I'm not dead. That sounds like something interesting.
Cottage Grove has a cinema history, so Buster Keaton making The General here is probably one of the most famous movies, but Stand By Me was also filmed here, and then a movie called Emperor of the North Pole. Actually, I think the final rendition of the movie posters was Emperor of the North, because I had somebody come in and go, North Pole, that's wrong. You don't have that right. I go, that's what the poster says. That's how they introduced it at first. But that had Lee Marvin and Ernest Borgnine, and my favorite part about that is all the locals here have great stories about him because Ernest Borgnine was so kind and so nice. Everybody remembers him so well or whatever, but Lee Marvin got kicked out of every place. They just didn't like him at all. I mean, whatever bar was the worst bar in town, he got kicked out of. Animal House, and so that's the first thing that I let people know when they come to town here is that this street is where they filmed the parade scene for Animal House. So everybody remembers that, how crazy it is. The building right across the street is where the car went through the window, the car dealership or whatever. So we have a lot of movie history here, and there's people, I have a person that comes here every year from Florida, and they come here specifically just to try to find out one new little nugget about Animal House.
Credibility is huge. I mean, you put the facts together and you tell the story, the complete picture, then that builds your credibility. Trust is key, because if they don't trust what it is that you're doing every single week, then they're not going to subscribe to the paper, they're not going to buy the paper, they're going to look for other sources to find the news that they want. The best way to stay informed is pick up the paper, and if it's not in the paper, let us know that it's not in the paper so we can go find who we need to get that story. It is about them. It's about the community. That's what the paper is. It's the community paper for Cottage Grove.
So we're here at Buster's Main Street Cafe. This is Paul Tocco, the owner. Came here 5 years ago.
5 years.
And bought a restaurant that was already here, changed it to Buster's. Why is it Buster's?
Well, it's Buster's. It's named after Buster Keaton. Buster Keaton filmed a movie called The General, which is considered his most famous movie, in 1926, and it was filmed here in Cottage Grove.
And he stayed in this hotel?
He lived in the hotel for the 5 or 6 months it took to film it.
So what are you guys doing here? What is Buster's restaurant? What do you want it to be known for?
Well, originally when I thought of opening it, I wanted it to bring flavors from all over and bring it to small town America. So I wanted people to be able to be in this small community, be able to try things that were all around the country or around the world. So then we've really just gone to the next level and make really nice stuff.
Tell me what that is. I mean, what are you most famous for?
Well, I would say our Eggs Benedict is probably what we're most known for. And we make stuffed French toast. And we've made about 50 different kinds of stuffed French toast, probably 50 different kinds of Eggs Benedict. So we have regular items on the menu like smoked salmon Eggs Benedict, and then we have crab cakes Eggs Benedict, and then a traditional Eggs Benedict. But then for the stuffed French toast, it changes all the time. So it's on the menu just as a set price, but it might be Nutella, mascarpone stuffed French toast, or it might be fresh blackberry, from that are grown here.
But always candied bacon on top.
Always candied bacon on top, yeah.
Now, you guys also do like kangaroo and elk and...
Oh yeah, water buffalo. A lot of it is in sausage form, so we can use it in omelets and for Eggs Benedict and things, but We've had ground kangaroo. Within the first year, we were #1 on Yelp, and then finally became #1 on TripAdvisor.
So travelers coming down I-5.
Oh, as soon as they bring up one of those apps and they look, we're very fortunate. We've worked really hard, so we're 4.5 stars. And so, in fact, the other day there was a guy in the back room who goes, "This is the first 4.5-star restaurant I've ever been to." So that's always very exciting.
So you're having fun.
Oh yeah, I mean, that rating comes from over 180,000 people we've served in this little restaurant that for the first year and a half, we only had 24 seats. So now we have like 42, but 180,000 people have been through here in the 5 years. So that's when they're leaving reviews and telling you, that's a pretty good average.
So if you're going to Cottage Grove,
yeah, you gotta
you're coming
come to
through, or if you live here, you need to try Buster's.
Yeah, you gotta
Historic,
try it.
fun.
Oh yeah.
And you get kangaroo with Paul.
Yes.
Hey, thanks for being with us.
All right.
Yeah, man, that was awesome. Wouldn't it be great if a school district could team up with an organization that is an expert at looking into how you save energy and save money by going in and looking at everything from sprinklers to thermostats to the swimming pool to boilers? That's exactly what South Lane School District recently did. South Lane School District is saving money by upgrading technology and improving energy efficiency.
So it took a while to convince me that this really was cost neutral.
Energy cost just keeps getting higher and higher, and our project was slated as guaranteed savings of $100,000 a year, which is about 16% of the annual utility costs for the district.
They're going to guarantee these energy savings. We're going to be able to recoup these dollars into the system to be able to use for other things.
Ameresco is in the business of energy efficiency.
Convert this whole thing to hot water.
The company helps clients find the money, grants, and tax incentives to pay for the project. They also perform a complete audit of the South Lane School District to find places the district can become more efficient and save money. Ameresco also hires the people to do the work.
The energy savings offsets the cost of your debt service, so that in year one, the cost to the district for this project, which was a little over $2 million project, is actually zero.
So at that point, we needed $2 million, and we had to make the investment up front in order to get these energy savings. And so we went after a qualified Zone Academy bond.
Interest-free tax dollars. The savings pays back the loan. Ameresco backs its work with a guarantee.
And so it just seemed like, why wouldn't we do this?
So what did they do? At Bohemia Elementary, a new gas water heater saves $1,200 a year. Plus, the electricity once used to heat water is now available for other uses.
This school was built in 1974. They had no plans for smart boards or overhead projection systems or any of the newer stuff that's available, laptop carts.
Yeah, this one's pretty much done.
It's mind-boggling. Absolutely mind-boggling. If you look at the list of things that they've done across all of our sites.
At Lincoln Middle School, ground-sourced well water on the back side of the property is now pumped to the front, replacing more expensive city water once used to keep the front lawn green. Irrigation is controlled by a cellular network that sends a weather forecast to the system, and that prevents overwatering, saving time and money. Replacement lights outside are brighter, safer, and much more energy efficient. Lights that used 175 watts of power are replaced with brighter and better 35-watt fixtures.
So an LED type bulb, especially for outdoor lighting, has about a 60,000 hour life. That correlates for how we run our lights to about 10 years, where what it replaced was either metal halide, high pressure sodium, mercury vapor. Those type of fixtures sometimes fail. The bulb may fail within 6 months. If you're lucky, you get a year out of it.
Longer-lasting, more efficient lights translate into more time for maintenance to work on other projects rather than changing light bulbs.
So we replaced all the urinals and toilets in this facility.
It's pages and pages and pages of projects that they've done.
In the gyms, cafeterias, and classrooms, motion sensors turn off and on lights so power isn't wasted when the large room is not in use.
We didn't go about replacing all of the equipment in the space because it's just not economically feasible. And to tell you the truth, some of the 60s stuff is built better than it is now.
Old boilers at Lincoln Middle School are considered workhorses. With a few safety features and more accurate controls,
It turns the boilers on and off and modulates the firing rate.
and that upgrade creates a more efficient system.
Our goal was to find a way to get modern controls in this school so that you could have added comfort levels in your classrooms and you can get the ventilation back up to par.
When the work is complete, the school's heating systems can be monitored from a laptop computer.
You get a system like this in place, man, it really frees up a lot of time.
Time that can be used doing other projects, other work in the district. Using what you can and upgrading technology makes a huge difference.
We know before those kids ever walk through the door here, if we have a problem and can give ourselves enough time to make the repairs before the kids show up.
At Cottage Grove High School, more efficient lighting, a better, more efficient irrigation system, and better heating and air conditioning controls save time and money.
There were a lot of technologies put in place that were the best and the most energy efficient at the time, but 13 years later, there are things that are better. I mean, the research has developed and they know better ways to save us dollars.
Better regulation of pressure preserves pipes hidden in the ceilings.
Most of what we do cannot be seen, but it can be felt.
At the pool, a new motor and control system
Circulates the 250,000 gallons of water.
means less use of the pump and more efficiency. New lighting is being adjusted. This is a long-term relationship, and Ameresco says it'll be here until everything is working the way it is supposed to.
It's taking care of maintenance issues that would have been liability in the future. It would have been a hit to their overhead. And when those hits come, they have to sacrifice somewhere along the line. It might be teachers and it might be other facilities.
So we were able to bring, free money, soft money into the system to invest, as well as the guaranteed savings over time. And so that $2 million that in the past, had we borrowed through a QZAB, we would have been paying back, interest-free. We're not paying that back. We're paying it back through our savings and through some of these soft dollars that we were able to get.
So that's a hard sell to people. They think it's too good to be true. Obviously, that you can't have a project that pays for itself and produces.
Okay, so who can summarize?
Ameresco proves that you can have both. And in Cottage Grove, students and taxpayers are feeling the benefits. No more spinning your wheels to check your tire alignment.
We have an alignment machine that we check every car on. I know lots of shops don't do that.
Computerized, state-of-the-art, accurate.
It'll read camber measurements from left to right, not only camber but toe, so it'll determine whether your toe's out or your camber's out. And it's all based on the car make and model, so it looks for an exact measurement.
Vehicles today are built to last.
There's not too many things you're going to need to do to it. An oil change, fluids on a regular basis, but one thing that's going to happen is you're going to have to replace tires. If you don't have a good alignment, tires only last 10,000, 15,000 miles, so it goes quick.
At Kiefer Mazda, taking care of your vehicle is everything.
I want to build a relationship where you bring your car to me, you're happy with it, you rely on it to be taken care of, and when you leave here, you don't have to worry about it. If the viewers mention that they watch this on Rick Dancer TV, I'm going to do it for free. We do what works for you.
It's a great way to build relationships.
If you're looking for a barber who understands the art of cutting hair, Francesco Michelli is the man. This guy really knows what he's doing. He takes his time, he understands his customer, and he knows what makes you look good. They even do the little extras, like a straight razor shave to get those little hairs off of all those places. Yep, even the top of ears. I'm telling you, if you want a good haircut, somebody who knows what they're doing, a true artist, go to my barber. Fresh cut. Francesco Michelli. He's the man. 541-357-6903. It's hard to believe in a lot of ways. It's been almost 17 years since the Thurston High School shooting, and yet it changed so much in our community and in a lot of our lives. That week was one of the hardest weeks for all of us, and at the end of that week, photographer Bill Getz took all this video that we had at KEZI and put it together into a story to kind of capsulize and help us try to make sense of what had happened. I think it's really important to show that to us, all of us, so we see it, so that we remember, and hopefully we try to keep this from ever happening again.
A tragic situation at Thurston High School this morning.
A boy armed went into the cafeteria 8 o'clock this morning.
Go ahead and start sending them out. I'll get the medicats here.
If it was your daughter, you would. You'd be here. You'd be worried. Linda!
Some have been transported, some have minor injuries. This is the list of people who have been involved in the shooting.
Michael's last name?
Michael McLaughlin.
Yes, my boyfriend was killed today. He was a junior. He was 17 years old. He was really quiet. He was really smart.
I just want to know, we want to know who did it.
He was the sweetest guy I've ever met in my whole entire life, and he was so innocent, so was everybody.
Now it looks like we may have 2 teachers and or former teachers who are also dead. So this story keeps getting worse and worse and worse. Not only do we have...
I would ask a moment of silent prayer, please. I think prayer at the present time is the best recourse that we have. We will get through this.
I will give you the young man's name who was taken into custody. His name is Kipling Hinkle. He's 15 years old.
Tell me that again.
Voted most likely to start World War III. He liked explosives a lot.
Yeah, he came in shooting with the .22 caliber rifle. Jake was the first one to attack him. After we had tackled him and had held him down, he turned up to us with a serious look in his eyes and looked at us and said, "Just shoot me now." You can just tell everything was gone inside of him.
I just couldn't believe it. I see it on the news every day, every single time.
Fayetteville, Tennessee, Edinburgh, Pennsylvania, Jonesboro, Arkansas.
It's other places. It's never here.
Pearl, Mississippi.
And I never expected it to be in my school. Never. But it happened. It happened.
And now today in Springfield, Oregon.
I don't know. We're all parents. We've all, I'm a parent too. Could be our kids. I don't really know what to say. It's a sad day.
Raleigh is a hub. I mean, the vision was a place that people could come and connect. It was my connection to this community, the Cottage Grove. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Yeah, I will. You too. It's worked. It's just, I don't know, somehow it brings us all together for the things that we have in common as opposed to, the other stuff. I've been in coffee for 30 years. Coffee's a product that we sell. I love it. I drink it. I'm passionate about the coffee, but the people, that's what drives it. That's the magic in it. I mean, the coffee brings the people. That's where I get the lift out of it. Now I'm worried. What just happened? We stick to food, music, family. I mean, coffee. That's what we do. But yeah, politics and religion, they get about a minute-and-a-half window, and then we're done with it. It allows us to have a little moment where we all connect, and the things that we have in common, I think, weave together, and that's...
Well, here's the coffee and friends.
The fabric of the community. I mean, that's the way I see it. And so it's just, for $1.50, you can come in, you can connect, and we all need it. I say it every day, we all need each other. What I love about this community is that we all love kind of our solitude also. So we retreat back to our quiet spaces, our home, whatever it might be, but we need that social piece also. It's our own little reality show. It's a cast of characters, and I love it. I do. I love it. It's very easy to put people in their boxes and go, oh, you're this, you're that, you're the other. And they surprise you all the time. If you have a moment to scratch beneath the surface or have a cup of coffee, you get to learn the things that we have in common, or things that you just, put them maybe out of that box. People surprise you all the time in wonderful, wonderful ways. And I think when people risk sharing that little bit about their own vulnerabilities, we all learn about each other. And I think this creates a spot to do that, where we can kind of be real and go, yeah, me too.
So we're here with Grant Gording. We're going to look at hearing aids, because these are not your grandma's hearing aids anymore. Well, unless your grandma's in this age right now, then they are. This is what I remember my grandparents wearing. This kind of thing.
That's a big over-the-ear hearing aid. Yes, it's big and bulky.
So tell us about these.
Well, if the hearing loss is mild enough, we can fit one of these devices that actually fits way down deep inside of the ear. It's all self-contained, and has a little battery door that opens up like this, and with a computer chip in it, and we can program it exactly for your hearing loss. You slip it in the ear, and it's done. You wear it all day long, you take it out at night, and that's all there is to it. Nobody knows that you're wearing it. So you can slip it in your ear, push it with a thumb.
And let me see. I can't even see it hardly.
Can't even see that.
No.
Yes.
Do you think that that's why a lot of people don't wear them, is because they're too embarrassed to put these on?
It seems like
and yet,
it
okay,
is, yes.
so this for us. Watch this. Put this on your ear.
So here's another one. This is a little over-the-ear instrument. This may give you a little bit more power, a little bit more amplification for a client that would require that.
And look at that. I mean, people wear Bluetooths on their ears and aren't embarrassed.
That's right.
and they're a big honking blinking light.
And quite often a blinking light.
So once somebody has hearing loss and puts one of those in and realizes what they're missing out on in life, they don't want to live without that, do they?
They don't want to live without it, no. It becomes so amazing that that the sound is now coming in so clearly that they want to hear better.
Is that why you do what you do?
That's what I love to do, yes, for sure.
Bring people back to life.
Yes.
Back to the conversation.
It connects them with their family and friends.
We're here in Cottage Grove at an independent yarn. Julie Kinarowski is the owner, and knitting and crocheting is back. It has been. It's been coming back for a few years, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's quite popular, and we get a lot of people all the way from 16. Well, my youngest customer was 10, and all the way up to 80s. And
so, Julie, why do you think it's coming back? Why are people back into knitting and crocheting?
I think that it's I don't know, it's kind of therapeutic. You have fun making all kinds of things. We have a lot of people that make clothes and stuff for the grandkids, and so that's a fun way to give a part of yourself.
Natural fibers are coming back, so that makes it more popular to do that as well.
Right. There's, and we here in the Willamette Valley have a lot of people with llama, alpaca, sheep, and so there's a lot of local interest in the different kinds of fiber. People are very knowledgeable about what's available.
So what is an independent yarn? How do you describe this little place here?
Well, it's a local place for people to come and knit and gather. It's a community of people with similar interests.
So you're a connector?
I like to think so, yeah.
Is it therapy?
I think so. There's been some articles that have said that children, ADHD children, that in some schools they're teaching them how to knit so that helps them to concentrate and to slow down a little bit, to be able to take things in. It's a piece of you. And it's something that can go down in your family history, your family lore. And I like that about it. I like that part of sharing myself with my family and my community.
I should have been born in the 1800s. That's when I feel I should have been born.
And if you're looking for quality, this is the place you go. You guys kind of, you really look for American-made stuff. You look for quality. You look for stuff that's going to last for people, right? Tell me what you guys are doing here.
Well, we've been in business since 1972. My father started it, and he used to work for the Bon Marché downtown Eugene, so he's been in retail forever. And he saw the opportunity here, opened it up. It used to be an old mercantile store that you couldn't even see the lights. It was so filled up in here. There's not that many stores like ours left. It's shocking to a lot of people when they come in the door and they look around and go, oh my word, where did you guys get all this? Yeah, we have like Filson and Montana Silversmiths, Woolrich, Pendleton, Carhartt, Levi, Wrangler, Lee, Danner Boots, Georgia Boots, and they're surprised that we have this diversified of a product mix. And it can be overwhelming, but eventually they become a great customer too. People are becoming more aware that if you have something that lasts you 10 years versus something that lasts you 3 months, that your hard-earned dollars, which are very hard to get these days, they go farther. And with the dollar's purchasing power being where it is, it just makes perfectly good sense to get something that's going to last you. We have a jewelry store that's been 100 years, icon in this community, and because of the economy the way it is, we're probably going to consolidate it, bring it down here, make this more of a departmentalized type of a mercantile store. We're going to add on sporting goods and different things like that that diversify our product mix. You're stepping back in time and seeing something that your grandparents used to be in all the time, and they took it for granted. But today, you know, if you can step back and feel some of that.
Hi, my name is Audrey, and I'm an events coordinator with the Eugene Film Society, and we're planning this really awesome block party. It's going to be May 22nd on a Sunday. It's going to start at 8 p.m. It's going to be between Sanborn's Foundry and the Barnlight East, which is behind the Hub Apartments on Franklin. It's going to be super awesome. We're going to have this giant blow-up screen and all these seats. We're going to have a live DJ and popcorn, and it's going to be really cool. We're going to show all the music videos that people have been working super hard on for the whole 72 hours. So you should definitely come down and support it.
Cottage Grove, and we're going to talk about some stories we're producing today. We're going to talk to, anyway, that's, yeah. The South Lane Mental Health, what is it? South Lane Mental Health, that's just what it is. Okay, community, the South Lane Mental Health Society. Why, it's South Lane Mental Health, it's not a society. I don't know why.
Yeah, that's right. You stay out there and think about what you put me through.
You'll notice that in certain Christian monks there isn't like that practice, you know, that kind of